man, we've got our work cut out for us today. What is up, guys? This is Cobble. Welcome to the account of Mr. Ayabi. This is like a 12-month-old account, at the very least. That is still a billion miles away from getting Abada. That has no silver at all for me to work with, like 30,000 silver. A bunch of champions just have like missing artifacts and accessories and all of this. Like the builds are all kind of crazy as hell. We have champions that are just unbooked. At least we've got a Wixwell fully booked in the account, but the Wixwell team isn't working either. Not surprisingly, based on what I've seen of the Wixwell team. We got some teams to fix up. We got some things to laugh at, which, you know, is always all in good humor, of course. And as is customary with any account that I take over straight away, I do have to go in and check in on the gem mine, which has sadly only been upgraded one time, which is very, very sad and disturbing given that we have all of the slots unlocked on Guardian Ring. So like, what the hell happened there, man? We had the gems, but you know, we just spent them on the wrong thing. As for the Great Hall, not too bad actually. Not too, like, this could be a lot worse. It's very behind for a 1-year-old account. I'll say that much, but at least we're putting stuff into accuracy. We're going to build some teams. We're going to fix some things up, man. This account has incredible potential. I mean, Geomancer, Ninja, Stagnite, Wixwell. Like, what are we doing, man? We got the Deacon down here at level 50 as well. This is an incredibly, incredibly powerful account if we just prioritize the right things and just get some better gear. I'm going to have to do a gear cleanse. Oh god, look at all this trash. I need the silver as well. Before we get to all of that, man, if you guys are looking to create a new raid account, make sure to go ahead and get that done right now by starting off that new raid account by clicking on the beginner promo link that's down below this video and using that link to create that new account, man. It's going to get you all the free stuff that you see on screen right now. Basilios Ryanus as your day 1 standard legendary champion, as well as 3 free epics that you're just going to get delivered to your inbox as you level up your account, man. Best beginner promo link going, and a great, great time to create a new raid account, man, while Michelangelo is still, for now at least, the login reward legendary champion. That's only going to last until the end of October, man, so don't hang about. Okay, man. Dude, why do we have a, like, what's going on with this call? Like, the Colthas is not built, not maxed. Is she booked at least? She's at least booked. Just has no gear. Why are half our champions just not in gear? What are we doing here, man? I'd say what the biggest mystery of all is, man. Seeing those champions and seeing how many champions we don't have booked on this account, this is nuts to me. We're pushing into Mr. Ayabi actually originally reached out for this account takeover asking for help to push further into hard mode Dragon Slayer. I can't believe we're in hard mode Dragon Slayer with this roster and with the gear that we have available. Like, that actually blows my mind. And this is the team. It's got like no damage. I mean, it's got an Alice, unbooked Alice, but like, come on, man. She's trading into Force Affinity Dragon in stage 4. No wonder it took like a 15-minute clear, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, the lowest amount of turns we cleared this in is nearly 500 turns. Oh man, oh god, how are we doing everywhere else? Okay, it's fine. We'll get to team building in just a second. First and foremost, I'm gonna need some silver to work with here. We've got to throw out some trash artifacts and accessories. We don't have many. Oh my god, why have we got a bunch of 1-star rings? What's this? What is this? Yeah, I just need some silver to work with, so I'm just gonna throw out a bunch of trash. Starting off with, of course, any chest plate or boots or whatever that have a flat stat as the main stat can just go in the bin straight away. Minus feral pieces that could roll into speed. And so, yeah, I would have even considered keeping some of the protection pieces as well, but frankly, none of these have rolled into speed as a substat either, and it's like the most important stat on protection. As for the feral, yeah, most of these are just absolutely abysmal and can just go in the, just get in the sea straight away. Okay, so that gets us like 1,000,000 silver to work with here straight away. There's just pieces that we're never using. At least if you have a piece like this chestplate, it could like double or triple roll into speed. Fine, you're never going to take a flat stat chestplate up to rank 16, but you can leave it at rank 12 if it like gets a double roll speed or something. Feral is good enough, for this account at least, even with a main stat flat HP chestplate like this. It's good enough to hold on to and would actually help us out. As for everything else in the account, I'm gonna have to just go through with a fine-tooth comb and just throw out any pieces of gear that just don't make any sense. Like even just like accuracy rolls on these speed pieces. We need much, much better than this. Like all of these pieces can go, man. If it doesn't have a speed roll or like I don't know, crit rate, crit damage or something. I guess we could hold on to one of these pieces here. Yeah, we're going to hold on to this one, but I've got to fine-tooth comb this. I'll cut ahead for you guys. So just to be clear, I'm getting rid of gear pieces that just don't make any sense on the account. For example, Savage set is like an ignore defense set. It's going to be for your nukers, meaning you're going to need crit rate, crit damage stat rolls on your Savage gear. Speed is always nice, but mostly crit rate, crit damage. Percentage stats, attack percent is going to be a bit more premium than defense percent, because attack percent nukers and attack damage nukers are more common than defense or HP-based nukers. And so, like, a helmet like this, HP accuracy just doesn't make any sense. Any 4-star pieces at all simply don't make sense. I don't even need to check the stats on these. If it's a 4-star piece, it's just in the bin instantly. And so this is how we are handling it. Like, this weapon right here makes no sense. Going across the top here, we've got some crit there. We've got attack percent, speed, fine. That one just about makes the grade. Again, we could just go for speed rolls here, speed and accuracy on this weapon, and use it on like a support champion. So this is what we are doing as we comb through these pieces, and so far we've got like 100 artifacts sold. All right, 330 artifacts sold. Let's go ahead and actually get some silver to play with now on this account, shall we? I should say straight away, by the way, that when it comes to collecting decent artifacts on your account, there are just certain rules to follow, you know. You're really looking for artifacts that match their sets. Feral pieces of gear do very, very well with accuracy and speed rolls, because that's what they give in their set bonuses, right? Accuracy, speed, the like debuffer champions, that kind of thing, you know. So you're looking for those stats on your feral gear, you know, perception, accuracy, speed, similar deal. Nuka gear we already touched on. Should also only really be looking to keep 5-star or higher artifacts after a certain point. And things like speed gear that doesn't have speed substats, it's just like a huge waste of time, you know. It's because like it's never going to be worth taking up to 16 anyway. And this is why hitting stage 20 in all of your dungeons as quickly as you can is like your first big objective as a new player inside of Raid. So you can farm stage 20 dungeons while there are dungeon tournaments active for that dungeon, so you can be farming up decent quality gear, 5-star or higher artifacts from that dungeon. Now, the first team that we've got to fix is going to be the Wixwell team. I've covered this a few times, of course, recently on the channel, so I'm not going to spend very long on this. I will say, though, that this is the Wixwell team that we are running, okay? This is the Wixwell team that we run. Wixwell is the aura lead, don't mind that at all. Of course, the Wixwell team works only with a fully booked Wixwell. You place increased defense, shield buffs on everybody, and then you spam the A2 skill to spam out decreased attack debuff against the Demon Lord clan boss, which we don't have enough accuracy for, by the way, on this Wixwell, so this is just not landing most of the time. And then you increase the value of all shields on all allies. The value of each shield is increased proportional to the total number of buffs, which had their duration increased, which is important because it means that Godseeker and Neri is in the team. She can do the job. She increases the duration of all buffs and all allies by 110 because you need 2 other buff duration extenders. The idea is to make Wixwell's shields last an infinite amount of time and grow faster and become bigger shields faster than the Demon Lord can damage them down. So you've always got perpetually growing shields that never run out of duration. Only issue is that Godseeker Neri doesn't bring any unique buffs to the team, and so she actually isn't the best for scaling Wixwell's shields. We've got a Valerie on this account with a 3-star soul, man, meaning more defense stat on this Valerie. She actually brings an increased attack buff, and she brings exactly the same tools as Aniri in that she increases buff duration. So the Valerie's going to be a better fit than the Aniri in this team. Both the Rancid can stay on the team. He brings an increased accuracy buff and then increases buff duration on his A2, so he can actually stay as one of the buff duration extenders. Pretty cool to see us getting some use out of a level 60 buff, the Rancid. But then we've got a Snick Track, which makes no sense at all. Like, Snick Track, okay, he places decreased attack on his A1, but we don't need that. Wixwell's placing that. As long as Wixwell has enough accuracy, then you don't have to worry about placing this debuff. He places decreased speed, some shield buffs. Again, not necessary. Wixwell's already placing shield buffs, so like whatever. And then he places Ally Protect, which is actually just going to get him killed. He's also not booked as well. Like, the Ally Protect is really, really bad on a Wixwell team because he's going to be soaking up a lot of damage from the team. His shields are just going to break real fast. What's our, before I get to the last champion whose name I've forgotten? CK Landbox, okay. Let's just check out what we've got here. Okay, so I don't mind this Wixwell setup at all. This oftentimes works pretty good to allow the Wixwell to open with his shield and then never use it again for the rest of the fight. While you've got your Wixwell in a reflex set, it means he's going to get more value out of this A2 and just spamming out this A2, so that's actually okay. We've got Aniri prioritizing her buff duration extension, but the problem is that the Aniri is faster than the Wixwell. That's a huge problem. So the Aniri's going to open up with her buff duration extender on her A2, but she's 197 speed and the Wixwell is only 191. So the Aniri's first move of the fight is going to be extend the buff durations of buffs that don't exist. Then the Wixwell is going to come in and place the shield, right? You gotta pay attention to the speeds on your champions, man. Oi, 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 oi. In fact, even the buff, the Rancid, is actually coming in faster than the Wixwell and is also trying to extend the duration of ally buffs by 1 turn. This is why speed is the most important stat in all of Raid Shadow Legends, by the way. Like, being able to pick and choose which champion is going to be the fastest on your team, and being able to set up your team presets to maximize the efficiency of your champs, because you're able to very, very easily make a champion faster or slower if they need to be, and blah, 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 and have just teams that are moving fast. It's so bloody important, dude. It's so important. And of course, Necret makes no sense on this team at all either. Yeah. For some reason, he's not allowed to use his ally attack as well, and the Necret's 137 speed, so I'm assuming he's like naked as well. Okay, man, let's go ahead and fix this up best we can. The Wixwell build I've already mentioned is running way too low accuracy to ever reliably land that decreased attack debuff. Is the Snake Track landing the decreased attack? No, the Snake Track has 10 accuracy. Oh god! The Snake Track is basically blind. Like, he's actually got no eyes and just swinging around blindly. He's got the accuracy of Stevie Wonder, you know? And a quick bite of food, as I realize that the Wixwell is rocking some crit damage gauntlets. His speeds aren't very high. He's lacking defense stat, which, impacts the size of his shields, which isn't great. Let me fix this up real quick, man. And boom! This is what the new Wixwell build is gonna look like, man. We're gonna be pulling off, we got some double speed roll reflex weapon here on a useless Painkeeper, okay? Just take that off of her, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and switch out his crit damage gauntlets for some defense percent gauntlets. Defense percent on the chest as well. It's not the best chest plate. This is what we've got to work with. You know, we're working with very, very limited tools here. I'm also gonna switch him over to be using 3 pieces of feral gear, you might see. I'm just shoehorning these in a little bit to try and maintain the speed, which we've been able to achieve, while drastically increasing his accuracy, making it so that he's a very, very reliable source of decreased attack now going into Demon Lord, and the defense is going up by 800 or something stupid, you know. So the shields are going to be bigger initially as well for us in this Wixwell team, and there are some artifacts here that can be rolled up even further, of course, but for now, this is the new build that we're going to get this Wixwell in, and so let's go ahead and slam it, and I'm basically just going to rebuild everybody else to be part of this Wixwell team, including the Valerie, who needs to be in a shield set, because if you bring along a shield set, that's an extra row of buffs that you're bringing into the fight, which is going to help with Wixwell's shield scaling. So I'm going to go ahead and build this champ out too. Another thing I'm observing here as well is the idea of really identifying which are the most important champions on your team and putting the best gear onto those guys. I am making no qualms at all about removing gear off of Snake Track and Amok, not because these are bad champions, right? I just don't give a damn about them right now. And they're not booked, right? These are unbooked legendary champions that we really probably shouldn't be using anywhere in the game right now, to be honest. You know, we're much better off just getting a God mode Wixwell team up and running in Demon Lord and go from there, right? The Demon Lord clan boss team with Wixwell is everything for this account's progression, and so I'm more than willing to go ahead and just pull all of the best gear off of everybody else and get this team firing, whatever it takes. Oh god, I just found out as well, the Wixwell's actually got a journal equipped for his relic, which doesn't do anything. Okay, it does. It gives him a little bit of health, but that's really it. We're much, much better off just getting the Wixwell built with anything that gives defense. I could give him a Molten Death Bell. Never neglect your relics, man. When it comes to building out a very, very specific team like this, and you're trying to hit accuracy stats, just throwing a Death Bell on a champion can be a good way to go about it. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and slot a Diadem on the Wixwell just for more defense, just for more flat defense stats on the Wixie, which is just gonna make his initial shields bigger and make it easier to sort of get those shields up and running, and so that's what we are gonna do. And oh god, we're completely out of it. We just don't have any square gems at all. Okay, the Valerie has been rebuilt. Her defense is about 3,000 because the best we can do is a resistance banner. Don't like that, but it's what we got. As for buff the Rancid, our other buff duration extender, he's fast enough, I guess. Maybe his defense is also around 3,000, but we've got some pieces here that we can roll up, so we should be able to fix them up quite easily. And so this is what the new Wixwell team looks like so far. We've got one more slot to fill with subbing in the Valerie and the Geomancer. Geomancer is going to drastically do more damage than anything else that we can use in the account right now, with the Ninja not being booked on this account. So that's what the team looks like so far. Another key ingredient that this team was missing is an increased speed booster champion. Normally this would be High Katoon that you run as the speed or a lead. I don't see the Haikatoon. We're going to have to make do with a to-go on the team as our increased speed booster. Is he booked? Okay, thank the heavens. Okay, the to-go is booked, so we can actually use this guy as our increased speed booster. Where's the Haikatoon? Where's the Haikatoon, man? I don't see it anywhere on this account. Am I just blind? We haven't used her as a chicken, have we? Wait. No. Oh, okay. Include Master Vault? Include Reserve Vault? The Haikatoon's being used as a chicken! Either that, or she's been commissioned as a faction guardian or something. Okay, no, certainly not. Wait a minute, why have we not got these guys? Like, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Let's not get sidetracked now. Let's just check the bloody to-go's build and see that, okay, yeah, so this isn't going to work either. We can't have to-go in Relentless. If you're having champions on a Wixwell team that are taking extra turns, that's just really, really bad. Because they're just like, their shields are going to fall off too quickly. So we've got to go ahead and switch up the to-go's build to something speed related. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay, and the good old to-go rebuilt as well. Let's go ahead and save this as just CB new. I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in, man. Drastically increasing his speed. His defense is going to go way up as well at the cost of a bit of HP, but we do need more defense than this probably. I'm not actually super confident that this team is ready to take on Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord. Wixwell's mastery is also wrong. Ugh. Yeah, let's go ahead and reset these. We need Law of Steel, man. That's going to increase our speeds and our bonuses that we're getting from feral pieces. And also Master Hexer is just going to be much, much better. And okay, this is what the new build's going to look like. I've gone very, very heavy, as you can see, into the support tree here. Even going in to pick up rapid response, which I suppose you normally don't see on a Wixie, but chance of increasing 10 meter by 10% when a buff cast by this champion is removed or expires. Hopefully it's not shields that are removing or getting expired, but he does also place intercept stacks, and so, you know, he could get a little bit of 10 meter boost from that as well. Let's go in and see if this team has what it takes to just take on Nightmare Clan Boss for now. We can test it out in both after all, and so we haven't actually spent a key into Nightmare just yet today, and we do have Quick Battle unlocked here, so we can go ahead and just toss this team in and hope that it's got what it takes. Tends to help with Wixwell is the fastest on the team, to be honest, but sort of is what it is. We make and do here. And okay, here we go. Let's just throw it into a quick battle. It'd be very, very awkward if this didn't work now, wouldn't it? So hopefully it comes out okay and just gets a 1 key on this. 82 mil. We hit the 10 limit as well, so that board's pretty good. The real test is Ultra Nightmare, where I'm not sure that this is really going to come together for us. I'm just not sure that the team's fast enough. We could do with like 10 more speed on every champion, 20 more speed on Wixwell if we could. We're just very, very limited by the gear that we have available to us. So the shields are going to go up. We take the first big smack from the boss, and then it's just all about, is this team fast enough to outrun the boss's damage? We're going to get all of the buff duration extensions, so that's good. Wixwell's then going to come in, land the decrease attack this time, which he would have been struggling to do before in his old build, and we get more buff duration extension there. And so now the shields should just never ever fall off. Let's see if that is actually the case, shall we? You know, we're going to get more buff duration extension from Valerie, and I believe both the Rancid is ready to use his again in just a second. Okay, not quite. The smack comes out, it's on the Geo, that's okay. Alright. Both is going to increase buff duration, and then Wixwell should come in with his, and it looks to me like we have like permanent buff uptime now. So that's good. Let's just skip ahead like 25 turns and see if the team's holding up into Ultra Nightmare. I think it's going to struggle big time, honestly. I don't think that we have the speeds to pull this off, but my god. It's just occurring to me now as well, the Geomancer's not booked, is he? His uptime on Weaken and HP burn in this fight is very low. Oh, for God's sake, the Geo's not booked! He's level 60 but not booked! Oh! I didn't even check. Like, I just assumed that it'd be fully booked, you know? Okay, so the Geomancer's gonna die. The Geomancer doesn't have enough defense. It's Spirit Affinity Clan Boss, and it's putting all of its single target hits on its A1 into the Geomancer, and I can tell that he's gonna die because he just lost his shield set buff. You see, everybody else in their first buff slot has the shield set buff still active. The Geomancer has already lost his, and so he's just taking too much damage. He just doesn't have the defense stats to do this, which maybe is fine. Maybe we shouldn't be using the Geomancer anyway in this team because he's not booked. He's not actually doing that much damage. Okay, so switching up the Geo build a little bit by mostly just putting on some glyphs and switching around his ring to a pretty good defense roll ring. It's going to give him like 300 more defense stat. Is that going to be enough? I don't know. Geomancer doesn't have masteries to work with either. So against Spirit Affinity specifically, it might actually be a good idea for us to allow the Wixwell to open with his shield and then never use it ever again, and so that his reflex set hits every time on his A2 and he just grows shields bigger and faster rather than wasting turns spreading intercept buffs. If the boss is just going to hit the Wixwell, sorry, is just going to hit the Geomancer every single time, then maybe this will work better for Spirit Affinity, and against every other affinity we can experiment with allowing the Wixwell to spread intercept buffs. Or not. Let's just see if this works. Well, heading into boss turn count 20, the shields seem to be holding up a lot better this time. The Wixwell, the Geomancer is looking quite safe. Making this team reliable into Ultra Nightmare. I'm still not convinced it's going to go all the way, to be honest. I still feel like the shields are going to crack eventually. I mean, look, the Geomancer just failed to land his HP burn because he doesn't even have 100% land rate on his A3 without it being fully booked, and the cooldown's too long, so gotta get the Geomancer fully booked. And the Wixwell, if he could be like 15 or 20 speed faster, this team's suddenly 10 times more reliable, you know? So, yeah. Well, I'll be damned. We've actually done it. It's on a bit of a knife's edge. I get the sense that this is very, very close. But we're on boss 10 count 51 and the shields are still growing. They're still outgrowing the boss's damage. That's very bloody promising, right? Especially because Spirit Affinity is like probably the hardest affinity of Demon Lord to actually pull off an Infinity team against because it buffs itself with increased attack and it's trying to place decreased speed on your guys all the time, which both the Rancid, it's doing a great job of cleansing throughout the fight, by the way. Great champion, man. I've never used this champion in a Wixwell team before, but fantastic. Like, both the Rancid has really, really impressed me in the shooting of this video. Bad news is we're gonna top out at about 50 million damage here before we run out of turns. The boss is gonna hit its turn limit. At about 50 million damage for us. We need the Geomancer booked, and we need these champions with full masteries, so they all have like War Master masteries, so that they just do more damage throughout the course of the fight. That's it, really, and then we will very, very easily be one-keying Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord with this team. If this team ever starts to fail in the future, it's almost definitely because the Wixwell just isn't quite fast enough. So getting the Wixwell faster while maintaining his accuracy and defense stats is how we're going to make this team pump in the future. That's it. There's no point finishing this run because we're not going to be able to one key. We just don't have the damage before we get to run out of 10, so I'll end it here. Okay, good. Well, at least I'm glad that we got all of that cleared up. That just leaves us with about 10 billion more things left over to fix on the account, man. So, let's do that off camera because it's like another account takeover video to come for this account, man. We still got other things that we've got to touch on and stuff like that, but there's a lot of stuff that I just got to fix sort of behind the scenes. That's not really video worthy at the end of the day, man. So thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys did enjoy this one, man. And hopefully for any beginner players out there, this is going to help you sort of formulate some ideas as to why some of your teams might be struggling a wee bit in the old Raid Shadow Legends, as it were, man. So thanks for stopping by. If you're going to create a new Raid account, make sure to get that done right now by using the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box, and I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.